Hi, I'm Sarah Fox, and I want to think about this conundrum. How do you embody the spirit of an agreement? The spirit of working together into a legally binding contract, for example, on a construction project. I remember David Mosey said something about, generally speaking, they treat each other as the opposition. There is no room for harmonized interest. Ooh, damning indictment. It's more like a boxing fight where they're all trying to get the one up on each other. And that floods through the supply chain in a way which is extremely unhealthy. So how can we embody the spirit of the agreement? Not the kind of scope, not the aims, not the risks, but the element of trust, whether or not we trust each other. Now, I know contracts have tried to do this. We've got PPC 2000, which was more collaborative, multilateral contract, required pre-contract meetings, that kind of thing. We've had NEC, which was built on the idea of collaboration, mutual spirit, trust and cooperation, but that gets heavily amended sometimes to the point where the clauses show that there is no intention to mutually trust each other, and they're going to cooperate, but only as much as they have to. Or you get the JCT approach, where you have an optional supplementary provision which has no teeth. They will work together, probably, and if they don't, well, they'll talk about it. So do contracts help embody spirit? I mean, I've seen contracts that have failed to embody that sort of spirit, that are so extremely one-sided. But I rarely picked up a contract and got to the end of it and thought, wow, these really like each other. They get on, they know what they're talking about. The project is clear, the deliverables are obvious and achievable. You know, they're being fair to each other, there's give, there's take, all that kind of stuff. My favourite model form contract is Model Form 1, which is one of those contracts which does look pretty fair. It's evenly balanced. There's good testing to see whether it works, but there's good limits on the contractor's liability. It doesn't have an express cooperation clause. But how can we embody the spirit of an agreement? Not the words, not the warrants and represents and the indemnifies and all that kind of stuff. How can we embody the spirit of how two companies are going to work together? We can't take a standard form. We can't take a template. We can't take a precedent. We can't copy and paste. This is between two individual organisations. This is based on their values, the way they want to work together. It's really difficult to do that in a way which is standard, which is off the shelf. This is bespoke drafting. Now, a lot of clients don't want to pay for bespoke drafting, but they want to be unique. Kind of doesn't really work. So how should we embody the spirit of how two companies are going to work together in a legal agreement? Let me know. There's lots of evidence from some of the surveys that the terms of a contract don't seem to affect how parties work together. People under NEC will still go off to the courts to find out what they should and shouldn't have done. People under JCT can collaborate really effectively. So how would you do it? How would you embody the spirit of your agreement in a legally binding contract? Let me know. I'm interested.